Who's saying I would leave? I can't leave, I just got here. Hello. What's going on, everybody? How's it going? Giving people the opportunity to filter in here. I just got some of this out to folks, knowing that it's happening. I did post about it, but you know how you know how Facebook works whenever it comes to alerting the masses. You know, you have a following of nearly 7,000 people over there, and then all of a sudden, like 2 people find out. Tammy, what's going on? Good to see you. Good to see everybody here. Opted to do a little stream today, considering the announcement that was posted over on Facebook, which is the fact that the update videos are going to come next week. Simply because we're getting into the new release cycle for this weekend. We have a couple of albums to talk about, and so that is going to be done as opposed to doing the update videos. We can do that whenever we have an open week, really, which is what we're going to have next week from Monday until Thursday for the most part. I have no other real plans as far as I know of, unless, of course, somebody else decides to wear a Morbid Angel shirt and freak out the whole freaking world. What did you guys think of that? What did you guys think of that video? I'm real proud of that. I worked really, really hard on that video. That was, I think that was the video I worked the hardest on in my entire life. In my entire career, I don't think I've worked harder on a video than I did with that one. Man, oh man, that was crazy. That was crazy. Couldn't believe how much I put into that. A lot of blood, a lot of sweat, a lot of tears, you know. But, anyway, I hope everyone's having a great Thursday afternoon. I hope everything's been going pretty well for you guys. If you were on the other side of the world, and it's actually Friday morning, I hope that you had a good Thursday, and that Friday is starting off pretty good for you. I myself am having a decent Thursday. I can't complain. Had to do quite a bit of running around earlier in order to get things sort of straightened out. Put some water in here. I need to get some more. But, yeah, trying to do some things to keep bills kind of in front of me as opposed to behind me. That's the name of the game. It's been a little tight as of late. And that's one of the reasons why with the last stream that we had, which was 2 days ago, we were talking about ways that perhaps the next donation incentive, the next charity incentive, which will be starting next month, will probably be taking on some different changes. It'll be taking on some different, sort of a different way of approaching things. One of the main things is that it's probably going to be a progressive idea, which means that it will no doubt start at a much lower tier. So, for example, this was 50-50 right at the beginning, and we were slowly but surely progressing our way toward 100. I think with this next one, it may start at 25 or 30, so it would be 25-75 in favor of me, or 30-70 in favor of me. And the real goal in mind would be to amp it up, and maybe every $500 or something, bump that up 5% to really drive the point home that we are looking to get it as high as possible. That way the maximum amount heads over to the Stand Up and Shout Cancer Foundation, which is Ronnie James Dio's Cancer Foundation. But also not put me in a position where I may not be able to eat or afford my apartment. And that was kind of that's kind of the situation that I ended up getting myself into with the one-of-a-kind situation. And the principal reason for that is because I had supposedly some guaranteed money coming my way during that month that was started and begun. And, well, I still haven't gotten it. I still haven't gotten that money. It's now July. I was supposed to get it in, like, May. So that's 2 months. That's nice. And unlike times in the past whenever I've expected money from people because, you know, they were supposed to pay me back, this is a company. Like, this is a business. Like, this is a business. Clorox Bleach. Oh, you're the knockoff Clorox Bleach. Well, your product's bad, so it doesn't matter. We're on the same level in that case. But anyway, so that's one thing that I think is definitely going to happen with the next charity, which is next month. Simply because I like the idea that the more that we give, the more it is beneficial toward the charity itself. I like sort of starting things off low whenever it comes to the side that they get, and have that bump up, you know, with every passing, you know, $500, or maybe every passing $100. I don't know. It would be nice if I had a little programming skill and would have the ability to program something that would automatically change all that stuff on the screen for you guys, and really take a lot of the hard work off of me, because let me tell you, math is... I thought math was my strong suit. Woo boy! Apparently, whenever I'm streaming, I am math stupid, because I have to do a lot of calculator work. And come on now, we are in an automated generation where the big-time streamers are able to have that done for them. I just need to, you know... I just need to find somebody with the programming expertise, because I am a programming idiot. I would not go with Corey Taylor versus Chad Kroger. That's a death battle that probably would be better off in the eyes of many as a double kamikaze. Baltimore's Jamal, what's going on, my man? How is it going? Who do I think is better than Corey? A lot of people, honestly. See, Corey's problem is very simple. Corey has microphones in his face 24/7, so he's basically fucked. He is 100% basically fucked. I don't know much about all these vape terms. I look healthy. Well, thank you. I'm not. Like, I am in a shitload of pain, and it's been a really rough couple of weeks. But if I look healthy, then good, I'm glad. I'm happy that that's how you feel, Baltimore. So thank you very much. I'm going to take that as a massive compliment. In a vocalsy way? Oh my gosh, in a vocalsy way. You could easily go with Randy Blythe. Randy has some pretty decent cleans. But then you can't deny Mike Ackerfeet from Opeth. Nikki Collins, what's going on? How's it going? Good to see you here. $5 million YouTube in 6 months. Never done before. I wish. I freaking wish. In fact, I wish that 5 mil wasn't like views. I wish that was money. Like, I wish that was how much I made. Stay away from narcotic painkillers. 100% truth. Use anti-inflammatory. Here's the problem, Baltimore. I'm going to be real with you. I'm going to be absolutely real with you. And this is just the sad truth. I have been on anti-inflammatories for a long time. Really, ever since I started getting prescribed medication for my shit. And they've done nothing, unfortunately. This has kind of gotten to the point where, like, not even Neurotin, if you know what that is doing very much to aid me. So, unfortunately, The only thing that does work, as sad as it is a very small dose of a narcotic painkiller alongside of the Neurontin. So that might just be what has to be done based around. They're still not 100% sure what the fuck this is. Like, the way it was described to me by my doctor is that the best way to look at it is here's healthy, and here's like symptoms, or you know, you come in with the problem, and here's diagnosis. We're basically like right here. We have the symptoms. We're getting some conclusive work and evidence of perhaps why the symptoms are occurring, but it's not quite enough to make a diagnosis, aside from the very generalized idea of mechanical arthritis, which is a much better fate than fibromyalgia. I've had like 4 different diagnoses for this, and the only thing that's been 100% conclusive thus far is that A, I'm fucked up somehow, and B, that I have a benign tumor on the back part of my right knee. Like, those are the only 2 things that are definite. Everything else is still, we need to do more testing. This is obvious that it exists. You know, it's obvious that this is there. But, the fuck? What is it? I've heard things about kratom. I have a friend of mine who swears by it. Oh, I know Baltimore's Jamal. Little window into my past is that I have, for a long time, I thought that I was using narcotics recreationally, because I would purchase them and everything like that. However, I later learned, since I was taking it at such a very small dose, that I was actually using it very medically. It's just that the way in which I was receiving it and getting it was tremendously illegal. Or, as I would call it, capitalism. Anyways, back to heavy metal. Winter Sun is coming out in the next 8 days. It's going to be very interesting, though I've heard some things from some folks that are saying that, oh boy, it may be a very, very interesting ride whenever it comes to the review. I've talked about Death Grips in the past, so definitely scope out the review that I did of Jenny Death a long, long time ago in a galaxy far away. You're distracted by Hugh Laurie. I know, it's freaking awesome. Stop by vapeshack.org if I have any questions. I have actually, you know what, dude? I might have to do that, Train Sonic. I might have to do that, Train Sonic, because I need to get some juice that has a higher nicotine content than what I've got right now. Right now I have a 3 milligram, and that is just not enough. Based off of, you know, if I'm trying to get off of cigarettes, which I would love to do, 3 milligrams is not enough. Thanks for sharing your story about the health. Baltimore, you know what? I may actually release an update video for those who didn't, you know, who don't see the streams or anything like that. I might do that. I haven't done a getting things off my chest video in a long ass time, so I think it may be time to do that. It's been probably about a year or so, maybe a little less than that as far as time's concerned. But yeah, you know what? You guys have gotten a real window considering you come into the streams and everything like that. But those who don't get the opportunity or don't know how or whatever the reason might be, definitely need to. They need to get in too. I need to clear out my phone. Hooray. I should do that video shirtless. Nah, I don't know about all that. Getting things... Unless, of course, I make, like, some stuff to paste to my chest, and then I rip it off and say, here, I'm getting it off of my chest, which is so stupid. But it would be really funny. Am I planning to review the new Contortionist album? Yes. Principally because the last time, whenever their last album came out, Language, I didn't immediately and regretted it. So I want to talk about this one whenever I can. You're on Zoloft? I'm on Lexapro. I'm on Lexapro, actually. CKN, do you have that Disney Channel flow? Christian, give me just a minute. Give me just a second here. My name is Mickey, and I'm here to say, you should watch Disney every day. We have great shows with some great new stars and that favorite mouse that's you and ours. I love Minnie, and Goofy's my friend. Donald is going wah 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 wah. Lila, Chip, and Dale, and I like others too. But you should watch Disney, or I'll fucking kill you. Jumble junkie music. Holy shitballs. What's going on, my man? Wow! Talk about a blast from the past, folks. Jumble Junkie Music got into this game with me. Oh my god, dude. How the heck have you been? You've been doing some gaming and stuff lately, haven't you? Oh, man. Damn you loud. I know, son. After this, damn you deaf. Why am I here? I don't know. Because you clicked on the thing. I'm really glad I said that. Oh, dude, Jumble Junkie is super duper old school. Do I play League of Legends? No, I don't. I have never played League of Legends in my life. I've never played Dota in my life. Unfortunately. Just doing a podcast these days. That's cool. That's good stuff. I've been thinking about getting into that myself, but you know what? Every single time I go to plan something like that, I realize that I could never ever do it probably on stream. Could probably never do it on stream, and the reason why is because I get so damn distracted. I get so easily distracted by chat because I like to engage people, you know what I mean? Especially considering this isn't gaming yet. I'll be hopefully gaming a little bit down the line. So there's nothing, basically it's just me sitting here talking to people, so they need something to keep them coming back, you know what I'm saying? So... but yeah, I've never played League. I've never played Dota 2. I've never played TF2 either. I haven't played a good old-fashioned deathmatch game, you know what I mean? Like, where that's your goal, is to, you know, compete with the team and do tasks and blah, blah, blah in a long-ass time. I've played a lot of single-player stuff. The most recent thing that I've played online competitively with other people was Golf with Your Friends. just to give you a little bit of a window into how long that's been. By the way, I miss this man, even though he was old as shit whenever he died. Arnold Palmer, man. I got into golf whenever I was really, really young because of Arnold Palmer, Greg Norman, and Jack Nicklaus. So, during that time, Arnold Palmer was kind of, you know, fading out, and we only had like a couple years of Jack left. But from that, I wanted to golf whenever I was young, and actually was in a couple of junior golf programs. Got to play with some pros. It was neat. It was neat, man. It's so interesting to have all of these different stories about all these different things I've done in my life. That to me, you know, it comes off as like, yeah, so what? I did that. And then you kind of go and live a little longer, you know, you live another 10 to 20 years, and you realize, man, the fuck did I do all this? Like, I've done a lot. Well, Jumble Junkie, you and I will have to go golfing together because if it takes us 5 hours to do 9 holes, we'll be up on about the same level of playing skill, which is fine by me. But we definitely have to use a golf cart because if I walk an entire golf course, my legs might just fall off. And the only way you'll be able to revive me is either, you know, Mr. Potato Heading my legs back on or just, like, injecting me with narcotics. Best avant-garde band. The best avant-garde band I've ever heard is Model Under the Well. That band is just absolutely ridiculous. It is phenomenal. KO Dot is definitely a very cool extension of Modelin', but the original, dude. The original. Getting shaped like you, dude. I have been going to a gym. A lot of the health stuff is like, it's like stuff that I can't do anything about. Like, all I can do is take vitamin D and, like, Neurontin and Lexapro, and basically, it's all just, like, pain management shit. And then you go to the gym, and you do what you can, you know. The funny thing is, I was at, like 205, 207 pounds. And I thought to myself, shit, damn, everyone who says I'm fat, man, they're right. They're right, because, you know, I got, like, a double chin going. You know, I was getting really flabby. My arms were just, meh. Like, everything was just bad. And it was a lot of weight that was being burned on my legs and on just everything. I was miserable. So, I decided I was going to start going to the gym. I was going to get myself fit, you know. I was going to get myself in shape. I'm now 225 pounds. And it is not because I have gained weight from eating. My diet right now is so damn, like, strict that whenever I had like a package of grandma cookies last night, and that was my, like, cheat. That was my cheat. You've done a 185. God damn, dude, that's awesome. But, I have gained 17 pounds. Most of it is muscle. A lot of it in my upper body. Some in my legs. I still have a gut, but that's because that's going to be, like, the hardest thing for me to get rid of is my gut. And even that's already looking flatter, thanks to planking and, really just a lot of strength training. Like, crunches and shit, it's... Like, I just have to do an assload of cardio, is basically what it comes down to. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just have to do an assload of cardio, and this week has really been bad for that because I like to take long walks at night. It's like one of my favorite things to do. On Sunday, for example, I took a fucking long-ass walk. Had like 25,000 steps, most steps I've ever taken in one day, which is probably paltry to some folks. I don't care. You know, that was an accomplishment for me. And then it's rained basically a little bit every day. And so it's gone from like 25K to 10K, 10K to like 4 to 6, and 6 to 7. So like, oh man. Do I like Anthony Fantano? Dude, Anthony's another old school guy. Anthony, Jumble Junkie, and I all were in the game, you know, whenever it was first in its infancy at the same time. What's up with Chickenfoot? Are they back together? They might be. That's kind of a revolving door. That was like a revolving door band. Yeah, at one point, it looked like Jumble Junkie Music was going to be the man who was going to break out and be the huge star of album reviewing. He had more subs than Anthony. He got a boatload of people in his streams, you know. And then, there it is. You know, it all disappeared for both of us. Now Anthony's like cruising toward 1 million, and like I'm at like 65K, and I'm like, wow, how the fuck did this happen? Wobbin, what's going on, man? Do I like Buckethead? I like 2 albums. And then he released like 260 more, and I stopped caring. I hate to be real. It is kind of crazy how it blew up, because the whole idea was just to have a little bit of fun with it. The funny thing is now you're not going to see a lot of those things. Like, reviewing and everything has now become such a known thing on YouTube that you're not going to see like reviewers break over into like metal sucks and everything like they did. How am I doing? About typical. Hey man, I'm happy I'm still going too. I've had a couple of moments in the past number of years where I've really thought to myself, the hell am I doing with my life? But, you know, it's something where you just have to recharge your batteries a little bit. Like, the one thing that sucks about pain is that sometimes you're so focused on it that you don't feel creative or doing anything else. So, I mean, it becomes a heck of a challenge sometimes. Do I like Dream Theater or Shadow Gallery? First of all, Dream Theater is awesome. I have been a fan of theirs for a very long time. I can't even... Metropolis Part 2 is my first album of theirs. Got that while I was in high school. Shadow Gallery, on the other hand, is tremendous, and they are also a Pennsylvania-based band. They are a Pennsylvania-based band, so very, very cool little thing. Very, very little cool thing. You got burned out and took your channel down like an idiot. You know what? I was burned out a couple times too. I took a hiatus. I took a month-long hiatus a couple years ago, and then everybody got pissed off because they didn't think the hiatus was long enough. Like, they're like, wow, you're done already? Some fucking hiatus. Do I have a wife? No. God, no. Your uncle is the bassist for Shadow Gallery? Holy shit. That's freaking awesome, Michael. Alright, well, tell your uncle that I freaking love Shadow Gallery's work. When's the new album coming out? Come on. Tell your uncle to get off his ass. I'm just playing, man. That's really cool, though. Tell your uncle that he's got a fan in coverkillernation. I actually started a Shadow Gallery, you know, discography review series that I never finished. It's called Pennsylvania Ghosts. Images and Words is a good place to start for Dream Theater. It will sound a little, it may sound a little campy to some folks, like, weirdly enough. Like, it has that, like, early 90s prog chime to it, which makes sense for the time. But, like, sometimes it's very strange to go from, like, train of thought to Images and Words, because you hear that difference in tone so very vividly. So, it's kind of funny. Shadow Gallery is progressive metal. Javier. Hobby. Now, for those of you who don't know, if you're wondering about the thing that's to your left that says today, month, and goal, we do have a donation goal that we're hoping to reach by the end of July. $500. That is very simple explanation of that is to keep the lights on. Basically, to keep the lights on and keep everything going here at CKN. Last couple of months, we dedicated a lot of our work, and in my case, a lot of the potential supplementary income that helps me live, to one-of-a-kind pets charity, because charity work is something that, and philanthropy is something that's very important, something that we need to do, and as a community, really show and flex our muscles. Can I donate Ghost's second album to this charity? You mean whenever we start the new one for stand up and shout? We might be able to do that and have it as an incentive. Yeah. Yeah, I think we could maybe do that. It would take a while for it to get here, obviously, but I still have to... That's not really a problem, because I still have to ship out stuff. I still have to ship out some things, so obviously time is not exactly a problem. But it's up to you, Wobbin. What if you all just donated the Saint Anger album? Then I would have a lot of things to give to you guys as winners, because I already have a copy. I got a copy of Saint Anger the day that it came out. I thought it could be in here to get people to donate some more and have a giveaway. Okay. You want to do that today, or like, what would you like to do, Wobbin? How would you like to? You know what? You are the host right now. What are we going to do with this? How are we going to do this? What is the most comfortable thing for you? Let's all donate a Lidivinium and Santa's, free frisbees, coasters, and pizza cutters. Well, that could make for a really nice yard sale. Jokester, you are not the only European here. Wobbin is actually European as well. My question is, if we have this giveaway right now, will Lurch get super duper pissed? Or will Andy get pissed too? Let's donate Torment by 6 Feet Under. You guys are cool. Well, I thought I could send it to you, and you could use it for this charity as a giveaway to someone who is not Lurch. Someone who is not Lurch! Alright. That's cool. I'll pop you a message over on Twitter with my address, dude. I will pop my address over there. In fact, I'm going to be taking a break here in about 10 minutes, so whenever I do that, I'll pop you the address. You've never had the pleasure of listening to Lulu? Dude, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with you, man? You are missing out. I would cut off my legs and my tits. Someone who is not Lurch. That's the best part of that whole thing. That is the best part of that whole thing. Thoughts on Danny Worsnop from Asking Alexandria doing a country album? Probably will be better than Asking Alexandria. Lulu is a lyrical masterpiece never before seen on this earth. Well, of course, it's a Lou Reed album, man. Lou Reed was the writer on that. Like, if you actually examine the lyrical contents, it really reads as something that shouldn't have been sung. Like, it's something that should have been examined by a poetry class. Like, I just want to see a whole entire poetry class analyze the meaning of "I am the table." Like, I really just want that to be like something where the professor walks up to the board and says, and just writes that line on the board. Just, you know, you just see him. And then he turns around, and he gets class started, and he says, "I am the table. I am the table." I am the table. Class, these 4 words have perplexed a generation of music fans. But what was the great poet Lewis Reed and the great singer James Hetfield. What were they trying to say? What were they trying to tell us with these 4 simple words? Anyway. You are the fork, I am the napkin. I am the napkin. Metallica goes Shakespeare. Okay, I want to see, like, literally, I want a Fine Brothers video about kids react to Shakespeare. Where basically it's just some dude reciting, like, lines from, what is it, Henry the Fourth, or, like, fuck even going with Romeo and Juliet. And, like, kids react to Paradise Lost, not the band, the Milton novel. Where's Children of Bodom? Somewhere on tour right now. 2 gentlemen of Verona. To react or not to react? Did I see Iron Maiden this year? No, man. Kids react to being absolutely decimated by large nails impacting every part of their body via an Iron Maiden. What's going on, Karen? How's it going? I think it's still possible to make a living out of music / metal. Not a very good living. Not a very good living at this point. And the reason why is that you have to focus a lot on your live show, your concert sales, and your t-shirts, because whenever it comes to the actual music itself, we have become a really, really bad generation that hates our artists because we just get this stuff for free online. Now, metal, on the other hand, I mean, we do like to buy stuff up, don't get me wrong, but have you ever wondered why... Have you ever wondered why a lot of metal players, a lot of metal musicians have like 20,000 bands? Like, have you ever wondered why they really spread themselves all around a little bit? You know, want to be on multiple projects, use their talents in multiple ways. You know, even if it means just forming a band to try something in a certain style. Like, you ever wonder why there are some musicians like Steven Wilson, where if you go to their web store, where if you go to his web store, you'll find, or at least you used to be able to find, releases from Porcupine Tree, his solo work, No Man, The Incredible and Expanding Mindfuck, Blackfield. You know, Phil Anselmo and his 20+ bands. Networking is another great way to look, to look at it. I know a country musician who's not very famous, but he can make a living for his music, which is pretty cool. You know, Hank III. Hank Williams III should not have had to struggle a day in his life. I'm just going to throw that out there. Hank Williams III should have never had to struggle a day in his life. And the man literally decided to go a different route. He blazed a different route in the country music department. He decided he didn't want to do that traditional shit. That wasn't for him. That shit was for the birds for him. So he decided that he was going to do something completely different. And quite frankly, it's amazing. Hank Williams III is one of the country artists, that I like. That I like quite a bit. Stream down shouldn't be. But yeah, anyway, we kind of got off course there. I think a lot of musicians could do very well if they did streams. I think if musicians streamed on Twitch and just kind of showed off some of their craft, like if bands were able to stream while they were in the studio, like how cool would that be? You're in the studio with a band who is going through the creative process of making their album, but meanwhile in the chat, you have the opportunity to give bits, to donate. You could run, incentives. You could run fun little things. I don't know if you know this, but this right here, streaming and everything like that, it is quickly becoming, if you are a content creator or if you are a creator of any sense of the word, one of the biggest and most important things for you to do. That itself can affect the creative. Oh, I agree completely. The fans can get involved? I would say no. I would say no. Unless they want to go that direction. Unless you're a band that wants to make like a fan-directed album, that could be an idea. Of course, then a lot of people would do it, and it would become a dead idea. Is that weed? No. It is cucumber citrus soda and menthol. Well, they call it Cool Mint, but it's menthol. Don't let them lie to you. But yeah, that's the reason why we are running that donation to your left. That donation incentive, 500. Keep things going around here. Keep the lights on. Keep the water going. Keep the everything flowing. And if you drop some THC, he won't drop. I still haven't gotten any THC drops. I haven't gotten any THC drops yet for this. I don't know if that would work out good for me. The only thing weed's ever done to me is made me hungry and sleepy. Like, I guess that's sort of the point, but the one thing I really don't want to be, like, right whenever I wake up, is sleepy and hungry. I mean, being hungry is okay. I can take care of that kind of easily, but to wake up and then be sleepy again, then that's like an hour wasted. I got shit to do. That's my big problem with it. Might be something good for me to go to sleep, though. Might be better than melatonin, which I took for like a 2-week period back in like 2007. It worked for like 2 days. See you later, Wobbin. I actually am going to take a break because I need to get some water. And I want to make sure I get Wobbin that information. That way we have something confirmed for the next stream, for the next charity here in August. And we'll talk a little bit more about that whenever I come back. So I'm going to get you guys some music to listen to. Unlike yesterday's or the stream 2 days ago, this one probably won't make it to YouTube. You know what? Since everybody keeps on asking me about this, I'm just going to prove to everybody that, like, I have this and I've listened to this. And I just haven't talked about it yet. You know what? That's probably a better choice. So I will return momentarily. Oops. I forgot to turn the music up. I completely failed. That was awesome. That was really, really awesome. I forgot to turn the music up for you guys. Sorry about that. But for those of you who could read, I have the Paul Bearer album. I've listened to the Paul Bearer album. Y'all can get off my nuts about the Paul Bearer album. I can tell you that I like it a lot, but how much do I like it? You'll have to wait for the update video, because I'm not going to tell you. That is one thing I'm going to keep a secret. Pen Pencil, what's going on, my man? How's it going? I keep getting texts and stuff and all this other stuff and crap, and everybody just wants to talk to me today. I love it. No, I don't. Oh boy. What about Origin? It'll also be on an update video. Cape Rare, how's it going? You prefer Steam? That's what I traditionally play on. I play on Steam. I don't even know if that's what you're kind of... I just read that joke, do me Dom. Nice. Well played. Well played. Like, that made me stop in my tracks. That made me stop in my tracks. That's pretty funny. It's good stuff. Good stuff. He just finished listening to Papa Roach's Infest. We're coming to infest. We're stuck inside your head. What's wrong with the world today? I forget the other line. We're coming to infest. We're trapped inside your head. What's going on, Clemmy? How's it going, man? Welcome to the stream. Thus far, you have missed us talk about metal for a little bit. You've missed us talking a little bit about the health problems once again. For those, you know, that's just going to be something I'm going to have to reiterate to a lot of people over and over again, which is fine. So I hope you don't get pissed by that. We are definitely doing some brainstorming about our upcoming next charity Streamathon. Andy, what's going on? Do I have Discord? I do have Discord, Elijah Bradley. In fact, I have one for CKN, but I have never, ever gotten the opportunity to get it set up. I've not gotten it set up. So whenever we do the whole Twitch thing, there's a good chance that Discord's going to be used. That way y'all can talk amongst yourselves, and maybe at some points in time even hop in. And stuff like that. Did I find the time to listen to the recommendations yet? Not as of yet. However, that will probably or hopefully happen in the coming days or weeks. Oh, I need to show. I don't know if it was Andy or if it was Lurch. Look how pretty it is. I brought it from my car. Oh, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. I like it. We'll be talking about this album very soon. Woo-hoo. Let me tell you something. You want to talk about Sleeper? That's cool stuff right there. You know what's even cooler about that album? I'll tell you what's even cooler about this album. The official press release for the album got this from the label itself, or actually, excuse me, from the band themselves, because I was contacted. I'm trying to remember who I was even contacted by. Jake Dreyer. I was contacted by Jake Dreyer. I can't believe I forgot his name. So Jake and I spoke. We'll be talking about the new Byzantine. I actually was just in contact with their people just over the course of the past 24 hours. So we're going to be talking about the new Byzantine album whenever it drops. And I wonder if OJ still remembers me from a long, long time ago. Can I give you username and Discord tag so you can add me? Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I remember what all that information is. If it slows down the stream, my apologies to those who are in here. Yeah, Jake Dreyer actually contacted me and asked if I wanted to review the album, and they sent me this official, like, super cool looking press release type thing. Call of the Wretched. See, I'm like the only one, I guess, like in this world that doesn't find Call of the Wretched Sea to be the most amazing Ahab album. My tag on Discord is just the name of the channel, just coverkillernation. And as for the channel ID, like, I don't know. I just call it CKN, I guess. I guess that's what it is. Like, I don't have anything really set up or anything like that, so I don't know if that's helpful. I don't know if that's helpful at all. Oh, the one with Push It, Wisconsin Death Trip, like basically their best known album for Static X. Again, I will say that one of the best experiences that you can have in your life, if you ever have the opportunity, whenever it comes to Ahab, is listen to the Boats of the Glencairn while reading the Boats of the Glencairn. That is freaking wow. It makes the scene just really pop out. Maybe type it in. Like, all I know is just that it's hashtag album review community. But I think that's just the name of the channel. That is just the name of the text channel. Server settings. Yeah, it's just called CKN. The server name is just CKN. All capitals. It's server region US East. Where's my spreadable shit? So you can tell that I don't use Discord very much at all. Because I have no instant invites. I can revoke when I create one there. That's nice. Thanks, Discord. Escape out of that. I do like the, I like the setup here. The setup here is pretty nice. Uh-oh. I need to get an A. I need to get an A because I'd be a really shitty Asian if I brought him a B. But yeah, CKN is the name of the Discord server. Pretty easy right there. I could probably change the nickname to coverkillernation or the CKN fan club or something like that. I don't know. Oh, why you no doctor yet? You 7 years old, should be doctor. I was doctor at 5. At 5. That brand new number that I just invented. I don't know if this will do you any good. Maybe try that. I don't know. I might have just like given away my information for Discord. Oh well, I could just start another one if that's the case. Oh, by the way, if you're not following me on Twitter, you should. At the Coverkiller. How am I feeling, though? Any better? Meh. It's been rough. It's been a rough couple weeks. That's why there's not been a lot done with the channel. Is there any Asians in the stream? Oh, God, I hope so. I hope there's, like, a sweet freaking Asian flower. Hot as can be. Just itching for an American man. Anyway. What's up, Killer? Not much, Lucas. What's going on with you? Yeah, it does suck, but that's life. Andy, of course, we're talking a little bit about the next charity stream, which is going to be next month. That's where it's going to start. When it's going to start. It's going to be for the Stand Up and Shout Cancer Fund. It's Ronnie James Dio's cancer charity. That's going to be who we're going for this coming charity Streamathon. We still have one more incentive to handle with the one-of-a-kind charity stream, which is the 12-hour stream. Excuse me. Thoughts on Austin Aries leaving the WWE? From what I have understood, he was not very happy with the fact that he was basically being shoehorned into 205 Live, which is understandable considering 205 Live really was kind of doomed from the start. They have not really had a big-time showcase for cruiserweights ever since the cruiserweight title departed many years ago. And even whenever they did have the Cruiserweight Championship, they were only really hot on that for a couple of years. They effectively killed it whenever they gave it to Hornswoggle. And the big thing about it is that if your audience isn't already kind of honed in on cruiserweights and don't already understand some of the psychology of their matchups and the way in which they go, because it's a different style than the one that WWE presents for sure. Like, far and away, it is so vastly different. Your audience isn't going to know how to react. Your audience has no idea how to react. So, I'll send you an invite, Elijah. Oh! Oh, Jesus Christ. Here's the invite. Oh, the Cruiserweight Classic was absolutely fantastic, but that's the thing. That was a tournament. They didn't have to focus on trying to give these cruiserweights storylines. Really, the storylines were pretty simple in the fact that it was all just seeing who is going to end up as the very first champion and then building profiles of these people, but not really giving them much of a story. Like, the biggest story that you saw was probably that between Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa, since they were already a tag team. But yeah, if Austin Aries wants to leave, that's fine. The WWE's lost his Ring of Honor's gain, and right now Ring of Honor is, aside from New Japan Pro Wrestling, Ring of Honor is the best wrestling on the planet right now, with Lucha Underground being, like, super close behind. Like, those three right now are absolutely killing it. They are absolutely killing it, man. I beg you to extend your favorite bands of all time list to 50. I don't see why that's not a bad idea. Do I have any tattoos? No, I don't. I am not inked at all. My body is completely ink-free, which is probably surprising considering the style of music I like. Like, I am one of the really, really strange inkless folks. Like, I do the inkless percent. Do I like the wrestler Kane? These days, I don't. Because he's seldom used, and whenever he is, it's almost a guarantee that whoever is going up against him is going to lose. I don't understand that booking. That makes no sense. If anything, like for example, there was the one pay-per-view where Bray Wyatt didn't have an opponent, so they brought Kane out, and Kane basically beat him in, I think it was like 7 or 8 minutes. Maybe it was a little bit less than that. It might have been 6 minutes. That did absolutely nothing. If you really wanted to have that match become meaningful, you have Kane come out, be the big surprise, and then you have Bray, who's the heel in this situation, destroy the feel-good moment and beat Kane. And that storyline went nowhere after that. It was just sort of planted into this pay-per-view. So it doesn't matter if Kane loses, because Kane will always be seen as a monster. But for Bray, at that point in time, it was really important for him to get a win, because everybody on the internet was complaining about the fact that he never won at pay-per-views. Who's my favorite wrestler? Oh man, that is a toughie. That is a toughie. I love AJ Styles. Like, take a look at the current roster of Bullet Club. Like, take a look at the current roster of Bullet Club, and you're actually going to find some of the best wrestlers on the planet. And I'm also going to go with the past as well. So AJ Styles immediately is thrust up there. I'm a big fan of what they're doing with Baron Corbin. He's still a little green, but that green is washing away really, really fast. I love his character. His character owns. His character owns. And plus, apparently, like, behind the scenes, dude has, like, a really big heart. So, top notch. Anybody who can sell their art as a heel without having to say too much, just by basically actions, and it's believable, you're doing something right. I just really hated the fact that during his first year, he and Dolph Ziggler feuded, like, forever. That was dumb. Kenny Omega, Okada, Johnny Mundo has just had a career revelation in Lucha Underground. Not to mention, he has a cameo in that Netflix series Glow, The Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling. He has a cameo in the first episode, and it's freaking great. Dalton Castle, the Young Bucks. I love a lot of people, man. If you ever have the opportunity to watch stuff from Pro Wrestling Guerrilla, PWG, holy shit, do it. And I think that one thing that needs to be remembered, Marty Scurll is amazing. Fucking love the villain. But anyway, one thing that needs to be remembered is that wrestling should be two things. Wrestling should be two things. We're no longer in the era of kayfabe. And anybody who's trying to, like, profess that we are, they're fucking wrong. Okay? Wrestlers are human, and wrestling is fun. Okay? You can still do tremendous character building. You can still make wrestlers larger than life, but if you are trying to reinforce kayfabe in the age of the internet, you are an imbecile. You're an imbecile. Now, those who decide to be assholes outside of the fact and stay in character until they get to the back, like Kevin Owens, go to town. If you want to be that asshole character on your social media accounts like Kevin Owens, go to town. Because that is essentially your extension of your character. And it helps that Kevin Owens is a heel, has a real natural gravitation toward it. And really, the thing of it is that whether you turn him face or not, he's still going to act the same way. He's either going to be a cocky babyface or he's going to be a cocky asshole heel. There's no other way that you can make or build a Kevin Owens. Like, there's just that. Okay? But one of the biggest things is that You know, wrestling is fun. Have little fun things in your matchups. Do things that are so incredibly basic that make the crowd pop or make the crowd laugh. And that's why a lot of other promotions with smaller audiences have just die-hard fan bases. Why did ECW survive? Was it because they protected kayfabe? No, it was because they just went out and beat the living crap out of one another and were known for hardcore wrestling. The days that they attempted to deviate from that, which were very seldom few, were met with the fans wondering what the fuck was going on. You know? But, with that said, music is an art form, just like wrestling is an art form. It needs to be remembered. It needs to be Justin Neely, are you still here? Justin Neely, if you are in chat, please make yourself known, and make yourself known immediately. Justin Neely, say hello, please. Please say hello, Justin Neely. I will call you out by name. I'm going to call you out by name right now. No way. No fucking way. Really? No. I see. After what has happened over the past couple of months, I don't believe you. Fucking wasted. I don't believe you. But nobody else is saying hello. Oh, he's gone? Oh my god. Are you serious? Did I miss something whenever I was going on my wrestling tangent? Oh man, I have to look through this. Oh shit. Hello, there I said it. Oh, it's not you, Wobbin. I know it's not you, Wobbin. What's so bad about Justin? Justin Neely? We have a $200 donation from Justin Neely. You heard that right. It's going to be placed up here on the board. We have a $200 donation from Justin Neely. Which means that if he left, I feel like a real asshole. So I hope he didn't leave. I need to give him the biggest thank you of all time via email if he happened to leave. It looks like he did. That makes me feel really, really bad because, holy shit, I didn't get a chance to read his donation because the thing didn't come up right away. It was at 5:46, so it was like 12 minutes ago or so. Wow. Oh my goodness. I have no words right now. Remember the other day whenever we were talking about like if somebody just drops like $1,000 or something like that, I would have no idea what to say to that. I'm noticing that my threshold of not knowing what to say about a donation is lower than I thought. So Justin, if you are in here, then thank you so very much. That is absolutely amazing. One of the coolest things that has ever happened on this channel or to me. You are a phenomenal and great person. Whew! I'm Lanta. I feel like I should end this stream shirtless based off of that, but he's not here. It looks like to experience it. I'm going to send him an email after the fact and thank him, because that is that is easily the I believe the second largest donation, or it's tied for the largest donation that I've ever gotten. The fact that he did it and just left shows class. Like, he didn't make a big scene about it. That makes it worse for me, though, Andy, because I want to thank this guy personally, so I will do that. That's absolutely incredible. What was the largest donation? Actually, I need to confirm that, so give me just a moment. Let me confirm that, because this might be the largest donation, now that I think about it. And I know exactly when I have to go back to. It's last year. It was last year in August. I have to go pretty far back. Actually, considering his did not have anything taken out of it, it is the largest donation. Yeah, I hope it wasn't an accident where he meant to put $20 and ended up being $200. I doubt it, though. What's the charity for? Next month, in fact, we will be doing a charity streamathon for the Stand Up and Shout Cancer Foundation, which is, if you're not aware, Ronnie James Dio's foundation, which was founded by his wife. That's next month. This month, though, this is to keep the lights on. This is the this is to keep things going here in CKN land. Basically, it's a vanilla, month where any donation goes to help out the cause and keep CKN going, considering this is pretty much like 70% of my income. So yeah, we'll just go for that. We'll say that's a pretty accurate number. Wow. Yeah, I got a rent to pay. Of course I do. Of course I got rent. Wow. That is the biggest donation, by the way, that there has ever been on this channel. Somebody else also donated $200, but PayPal took out their share of that one. That did not happen with this one. In fact, it's not been happening lately. So apparently, PayPal and I are like buddies now or something. I don't know. PayPal now are buddies. How to go for the animal shelter thing? We still have one more stream to do, which is the 12-hour. But let me show you where we're at with that, actually. It's in a text file, I believe. I just need to remember which text file it is. Uh-oh. I hope it didn't get destroyed. Oh boy. That's not it. Oh boy. See, my computer likes to restart every so often. And I had slid over this information to a text file. And now it's looking like it's gone. Oh, fuck. Well, to answer the question, it's like at close to $800. I can easily get that information back. That's no problem. I can easily queue up that information. That's a bummer, though. Uh-oh. Let us have a ghost CD for that charity. Yes. Yeah, we will do that. I got you the information. I got him the information. And here we go. Okay, so I really don't know how to react to that. You're going somewhere and your iPad's about to die? It's okay, Max. We'll see you next time. We'll probably do another stream over the weekend, I'm hoping. That would be my goal. In fact, I'm going to be heading out probably very soon also, because of the fact that I have a couple places I still have to go, and I have to get some gas and shit. Oh, cool. Oh, you're sending me my your music blog as well? Awesome. Very good stuff, man. Very good stuff. But yeah, next month we are going to be streamathoning for the Stand Up and Shout Cancer Foundation. How it will probably work from the way in which we are looking at things right now is that we will probably be starting with the way in which the donations are being split, going 75% to me and 25% to the charity. And every single time we reach a certain threshold, that is going to get bumped up. One of the big reasons why that is going to happen is, for one, I've kind of run out of a lot of stuff to give away, amazingly enough. I'm going to try and find a couple of things. There's still going to be some really nice big incentive goals. I still have to pay out some from this previous one. But that's how that's going to start off. And of course, the higher that we go, the more it's going to support the Stand Up and Shout charity. So it's an encouragement for a lot of donations. That way we can do as much as we possibly can. Oh, it looks like we got a couple of people that were able to find the Discord. That's cool. I'll have to become a little bit more active over there. So I'm hoping that that goes very well. Of course, just about any of us have known somebody probably that has suffered cancer or potentially passed away from cancer. So, and of course, it's for Dio too. I mean, it's Dio's wife. It's in his memory. It's in his honor. So it'll be one of those situations where every little bit will help whenever it comes to hopefully getting these individuals the funds that they need in order to find a cure. So, of course, like I said, we still have the one final stream left for the one-of-a-kind animal shelter, the 12-hour stream. It should not be interrupted because it should be on Twitch. That's why it hasn't happened as of yet. Because 12 hours is a long time. So it's going to be very helpful to have some other options, like some gaming and things like that, in order to do while we talk. That is the main reason for doing something like that. So, in that situation, I think really the best case scenario is that we make it to $1,500, which we're less than $100 away for that. So that shouldn't be a goal that's too hard to reach whenever the stream happens. Because at $1,500, somebody will win a free 3-month subscription to the Metalhead box. I still have that in the queue. Everything is still going really wow. I have to keep reading this to know whether or not it's real life. Jesus Christ. Like, did that really just happen? I don't even know. Like, the fact that that just happened is absolutely spellbinding to me. Wow. So, if anybody else wants to donate, you have a tough act to follow, but I think it's down there on your bottom left, or it's in the description box. I'm going to get rolling here in a couple of minutes, but I want to, at first, before I do that, I want to share my thoughts on just two things. First of all, I want to thank you guys for sticking with me for a long time, unless, of course, you're new. I hope that you'll stick with me for a long time. But for those of you who have had a lot of different ideas or a lot of different things that you hoped that I would talk about and I didn't, I'm very happy that you are still here and haven't gotten frustrated and decided to book it and watch some inferior, reviewer talk about it. I'm kidding. Watch someone else, obviously. This has been an interesting year for me. 2017 has been. And I'm just very, very satisfied and happy to know that you guys are still focused and love everything that's being done on the channel. It's something where last year the focus was very much heavily on getting subscribers and getting views and everything like that. I think this year it's been production of quality content, as well as also just trying to get the energy and the strength to fight through the pain, and doing a lot more of the streaming stuff. That way we can communicate a little bit more one-to-one about everything. The second thing that I want to tell you guys and share my thoughts about is how incredible it is that we have a community that is unlike any community of music reviewers on YouTube, or really even out there in the world. Maybe I'm out of the mix or out of the loop, but I do not know any other reviewer that has a community, whether it's small or large, that donates money to charitable causes and does so with an open heart and an open wallet. You might look at an amount like $774 and think, that ain't that much. That's not that special. But the reality of it is, it is. It's actually really special. It's something that you will never ever be able to take away from yourself and from anybody. So I'm very happy to be around you guys whenever we stream. I'm very glad that you guys are as generous as you are. So my goal for this year is very simple, is to spread the name around to Twitter and other forms of social media. That way more of you will know whenever things are going on. And that way more people can hopefully see these things that we're doing and decide that they want to help as well. So, thanks to everybody. We are just a fucking bunch of degenerates. We just look at convention and say, fuck you. We're not going to be 100% misanthropic. We're also going to help others in the process, because charity is a damn thing. Because let's face it, ladies and gentlemen, as Mitchell just indicated, donating to charity, helping out other people, helping out those that have things that we don't. Either that, or helping people get the things that will make them happy. Perhaps it's a couple of furry friends, such as a cat or a dog. Maybe it's a bird that helps a little child decide that he's finally going to be social with the world. It's heavy metal music. It's music that sounds as though it's trying to bring about Armageddon, because in our own way we are bringing about Armageddon, because we're turning the world on its heels. We turn it on its heels because we take a look at the convention and stick out our tongues and extend our fingers to it, basically showing that not only is the stigma about heavy metal and their individuals being these rough bunches that just want to drink blood and spit in the face of humanity and spit in the eye of God is completely wrong. We will still spit in the eye of God. We will still drink the blood if you piss us off, but we will help. We will help. And a world that has many metal fans in it is a strong, united world, as opposed to this disastrous heap that we currently reside upon. What we do, in short, is just too sweet! Thanks all. Have a good night.